What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're having a great day. This is week number seven. I'm recording these out of order. I already did the in the other room part first, and I think I said that in that part. But anyway, it's week 7. We've got another update in the $100,000 eBay challenge, where we try to get to $100,000 in sales as fast as we can, which we're not really helping ourselves because we didn't list a dang thing last week, which is no bueno. But after going over, boom, the whiteboard in the last video, we're now, even if it's 2 or 5 cards a day, we're going to keep listing. We're going to keep things going. It'd be cool to max out the listings by like the end of the year, because I don't chaos sort. So if I list like 1,000 cards, 2,000 cards, sometimes it just equivalates to like 60 listings. It depends on what I'm listing to. A lot of these one-offs, like I've shown this off before, but this is like our eBay inventory here. We got all the English stuff. We got some Japanese stuff here. But there's a lot of like, lots of duplicates. Which some of the stuff I might end up moving to Tcgplayer. I've had like these, I kind of thought like these evolutions and stuff would kind of go at some point. I had them at $249, then I had them at $199, and they've been listed now for probably about 2 months, and not one has sold. So I think I may not delist all of them, but I might like subtract half of the quantity and then throw them on Tcgplayer just to get them out of here. I've waited long enough. 2 months may not be long enough. Let me know in the comments if I'm kind of overthinking that a little bit too much. But I feel like with eBay, it's like if it's been there for a month, 2 months, and it hasn't gone at all, at that point it's just time to liquidate it, get out of here, get my 20 cents per card, because those things will go like lightning fast on direct, and then be happy. Because in the end, I bought them for a penny, and it is what it is. Or I'm sorry, 3 pennies. So before we get into the room and we ramble anymore, if you don't know who I am, my name is Bronzgod, and we sell trading cards on Tcgplayer and eBay. We have been averaging about $40,000 a year in sales, mostly in bulk, which we are looking to exceed by the end of the year. We do also have 2 other channels, one for weight loss, one for gaming. Both of those are in the description below, so if any of those interest you, go check them out. And we do have a growing list of affiliate codes. We have one right now. We're working on more, so if you want to save a little money and I can make a little money, then we both win. So the goal for this week is listing. We got to get back on track with listing. Like I said, we didn't do it for a whole week, and that's no good. And there's really just no excuse for it. Sometimes you got to call yourself out. I'm calling myself out. I did not do what I was supposed to. I did not do a good job. And it's easy fix. Just list cards. So we'll probably start to incorporate that in our live streams, because usually all I do is sort cards on our live streams. But I'm trying to get to the point where I'm like utilizing my time way better. And not to say that we're not going to sort cards on live streams anymore, but maybe like, pick one day where we can batch out like 2 or 3 days worth or something like that, just to get things moving and get things in line better and keep track. Because there's never enough time. Never enough time. And I keep telling myself that, and then I don't want to say I'm wasting it, but we can do better. We're doing good. I'm not like getting all like self-loathing here, but if you can be honest with yourself and pick apart some things where you can do better, why not? So anyway, we need to get into the other room, which we've already recorded. So there's some pretty dope orders over there. So we're gonna go with some of the orders, some of the sales numbers. It was a pretty good week, especially today. We had a pretty big order that we'll be going over here soon, and we'll see you over there. Alrighty, guys, week number 7 in the books, and we are at a total of 2,662 listings. That is about 100 or 2 listings under from where we were last week. In addition, we haven't been taking our ABLs, which we are fixing this week. If you didn't see my video yesterday, we're talking about our updated schedule to make sure things are more in line. But yeah, couple listings under where we were, not too big of a deal. That's going to also affect these numbers here, our impressions and click-through rate. Everything's down. Again, I don't think I've listed anything in literally a week. And the last thing I actually did was delist those cards. And usually when you delist a bunch in one shot, I've heard that affects, that can tank your algorithm a little bit because you delisted it all without relisting anything back. However, is what it is. Feedback, we're better with that. Last time we had about 1,000 feedback that we had not left, which I know is bad in its own right, but we got that there. So overall, you know, could definitely use some work here, but you know, is what it is. Sales-wise, we have eclipsed the $4,000 mark, largely in part to an order that we just got today. I want to go over that because it's pretty sick. Some pretty cool finds in bulk. But yeah, $4,140 in total sales and netting about $2,800. Fees and shipping, they're killers. That's why you always see people nickel and diming when it comes to how they buy packaging and how they package things, and hemming and hawing over shipping numbers, because it adds up quick. But this is from March 23rd to today, which is the 20th of July. So just under 2 months. Not too bad. You know, I was kind of thinking things would go a little faster, but I do have a lot of bulk listed. I've said that before, but not like bulk. I don't have like commons and uncommons. It's more, you know, Cosmos Hollows, like I've said, and you know, little this and that. But we're trying to get into getting better stuff to add on to the store to help those things move. And the only thing that we can do is start taking our ABLs, which again we have been suffering with. Only way to fix it though is to just do it. But yeah, not bad. $4,140 for a 2-week timing span is pretty cool. Marketing, it's about the same. We've been having a lot of luck with the volume pricing. The coupons that we're running, we might have to do something with these, change them up, edit them in some way, because we haven't really hit too much of luck with these. Not at the buy 5 get 5 at all. I thought about even doing like a store discount of just like, because I always mark my cards up like 15%, just like 15% off store wide, boom. I'd be interested to see how, you know, if you guys have any suggestions, because I see people with coupons like these are very similar, and they're just like fire all the time. Could be summer slowdown stuff, who knows? However, it's something to figure out. It's not the end of the world. Coupons and discounts are coupons and discounts, but you know, all we can do is keep trying, keep editing, and then go from there. These are some of the orders we've got. This was the banger here. This guy, it's a banned version because there's a giant swastika on it, which is not palatable to most. However, it is got several last solds of $179.99, which we did able to sell. I was able to sell this for. We got 2 more still too, all found in bulk, which is kind of crazy. Then we have this Sabrina's Jinx here, which is another banned art card from the Japanese set. This has to do with non-white people and the caricature of which they are shown, especially in older forms of media. And then another Jinx to throw on the list here. Pretty solid order. Appreciate you very much. And then we'll just scroll through here. Got a couple other, you know, kind of older stuff. We got this Chinchu from, I believe it was Aquapolis. That went out for like 12 or 13 bucks. Some random reverse hollows. Got our Psyduck, Sabrina's Gengar. We have been going through some of the older cards that we have, like the, I think this is from Team Rocket. We just listed all that Team Rocket stuff. We still have like base set and jungle, I think, to go through. But a lot of Neo sets we have listed, so those things have been slowly starting to move. I thought those things were going to go a lot faster than they did, but is what it is. But there's been some cool ones. You know, this is Erica's Clefairy. This Dark Jolteon is pretty cool. Not too bad. And then a mixed mash of more other, you know, reverse hollows and a very eclectic mix of solid hits and dope cards. So that's about it for today. You know, I did not think I was going to enjoy eBay as much as I have, and I've just learned that you know, like anything else, it's always nervous, and you're going to feel like it's not the best decision to make because you're new to it. And you might make some mistakes, which I have made plenty of mistakes learning the site. But overall, it has been a boon for me. And it's just a side thing with Tcgplayer, because Tcgplayer is going pretty slow as well. But that'll be in my Tcgplayer update when we get to that. So let me know what you guys think. Tell me how your eBay journey, how your eBay stores are doing. I love to hear some fishing stories about the orders you've been able to do or the sales you've been able to get. We do have a Discord. Link is in the description, so feel free to come in, talk shop. A bunch of good guys and gals over there. Hope you guys have a great day, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.